Hello everyone, welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. This one's a little bit different, as you can already see. Yes, we are doing a fallout shelter type of thing, and this is not gonna be the last one that I do. I have plans. I have so many plans and ideas in mind. I haven't felt this inspired to build in a while. So I've been wanting to do fallout shelter type homes and stuff for a long time. I just felt like it was so weird and so random that nobody would care about it. But now is the perfect time to be doing fallout shelter type homes. And if you haven't seen the Fallout series on Amazon, I highly suggest it. It is disgusting. It is so disgusting. But it's actually a really good series. And it has, like, even though it's based on a video game, it has a really good story to it. And I think not many video game movies and TV shows are done super well. And in this case, I think this one was actually done really well. I'm looking at you, FNAF. Like, I get it. Blumhouse is like PG-13 horror movies, and you kind of have to do what you gotta do to make it PG-13. But, I mean, it wasn't great. It wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen, but it wasn't great. This Fallout, it's kitschy. Is that the right word, kitschy? It's very, like, you have to have some understanding of the Fallout world, sort of. You have to be a lover of this kind of stuff. It's not like your 28 Days Later or World War Z. It very much, it takes itself seriously, but not too seriously, I think is what I'm trying to go for here. It's so gruesome. It is so incredibly gruesome. Anyways, it was good. That's what I'm trying to say. And because everybody's been like really into it lately, I thought what better time to experiment with these builds that I've always wanted to try than now, right? So this one originally started out as a basement turned like underground home basically. And the idea was they built these window boxes where plants are growing and stuff, and then the one big room that you saw in the end that basically goes the entire expanse of the build is like the pool room type of thing where they can go and get some exercise. But oh, excuse me, too much coffee today. But they have like turf in there, or what's it called? There's a name for it, but I can't remember. Like fake grass type of stuff in there, just so that you get some feeling for being outside, right? And you'll see how the idea of this build kind of changes or changed, past tense, over the course of the week that it took me to build it. Right now, I'm trying to do a kitchen, so I decided to go with lots of green and blues because I thought that they were the most soothing, calming colors that would feel the most outdoorsy and give the people stuck in the shelter, or the Sims stuck in the shelter, a sense of coziness and calmness so that it didn't trigger claustrophobia. Fun fact, while building this, it actually triggered my claustrophobia. That's how bad my claustrophobia is. Just building this underground house triggered my claustrophobia. So I have seen some videos on YouTube and some old shows I think back in the early 2000s, probably, maybe around 2005, somewhere during that time period, people were really like interested in checking out old fallout shelters and silos and things like that from the Cold War era. And it was fascinating to open up what essentially are time vaults, like time capsules into the past, and what they thought they would need and want, and what was technologically advanced for the time period and stuff. And I was fascinated by those shows. And I got some of my inspiration from the vague memories that I have of some of the houses and things that were built underground during that time period. And even now, they're still doing it even now, building these like underground cities and houses and stuff. And I kind of took the inspiration from that. So there's no outside area, but there is, like I said, the big pool area where you can get lots of exercise and stuff. And then these window boxes where plants are growing and it looks like windows and there's lights in there. I assume by 2024 standards, there would be like UV bulbs that are on a timer that slowly get brighter and brighter as dawn approaches, and then dimmer and dimmer as sunset approaches, and that would simulate daylight inside the house area. And then I don't know, I guess the pool area lights would probably do the same, I assume. But it wasn't, the idea wasn't let's build an outside like structure underground and make it look like we're actually outside, other than having a little astroturf. Is that what it's called? Like the fake grass stuff, and then the pool area. And then I changed my mind, and you'll see it here in just a second, where I start, I think the idea is I need a utility room. I need a place for the generator. I need a place for like electrical stuff, sprinkler system, that kind of stuff. Okay, right here is where I start like, maybe we should make this an actual patio. And then right after this is where I'm like, okay, now we need a generator room. Let's make a generator room. And then you can see the slight hesitation where I'm like, wait a minute, this is really small. We could really turn this into an actual outdoor space. It should be coming here any second. I don't know. I sped this up as fast as I could. I cut as much out as I could. But like I said, this took me 5 days to build. So there were like 6, 7, 8 video files. So I did my best. Here's where I'm going. I really want all this stuff down here. I really want them to be able to live here for decades. But we're getting kind of cramped now, and we need a utility room. We need that generator and stuff, so this can be a simple living, off-the-grid kind of structure. And then here's where I'm like, wait a minute, why not turn that pool room into an actual, like, designated outside area? Full-on outside area. This is where it happened. And it happened very quickly. And I actually, there are some parts of it that I like better than my original plan. One, it makes more sense. They are more likely to dig out one big square area and put the house, probably the house would be butted up against one side of it. But I left it with a little space in the back so that maybe you could grow plants back there, so that from everywhere in the house you are seeing a sort of quote unquote outside. I don't know. I haven't tested it yet. I don't have time to test it right now because I also have to live stream later. I just realized, because I'm literally recording this minutes before I have to upload it, and I just remembered that today is my live stream day, which I'm kind of looking forward to because I want to do another one of these types of builds, but on live stream. First, we have to finish that party thing. Oh God, yeah, we might have to finish that first. Or actually, you know what? Scrap that. I'll finish the party center off stream and get that uploaded later this week, I think is what I'll do. Even the party center did not inspire me quite the same way that these builds are inspiring me. I have so many ideas for Fallout Shelter type builds. I might even make it a little mini Sims 4 build series just because I have been so fascinated by the idea of this for so long. But yeah, I want to do that on live stream, but my daughter had surgery last Thursday, and only just today do I feel comfortable leaving her for longer than, 5 or 10 minutes or whatever. Actually, that's not true. Yesterday I did leave her for about 15 minutes so that I could take a shower and get sort of freshened up and cleaned up because, as gross as this is gonna sound, it had been since the day before her surgery that I had left her side. So it was time for me to freshen up. But today I feel comfortable enough with her progress and healing and stuff that I feel like I could leave her. I probably won't do my usual 3-hour stream. It'll probably be a short stream today where I'll get started on some builds, but I definitely want to try to get at least one stream in this week. But anyways, my brain is just kind of all over the place right now. But you can see as the days went on, this kind of morphed into, okay, they wouldn't actually build this specific of a footprint underground because that would be too difficult. They would just dig out a big box area. The house would more than likely have been, like I said earlier in the video, butted up against a wall or even a corner. But I wanted to be able to see plants and stuff all the way around potentially. It's less oops, I hit the microphone, sorry. It's less realistic this way, but still somewhat realistic. There is a part of me that does kind of wish that I would have kept it butted up against the back wall a little bit, but also kept some window boxes because the scenery could have changed from room to room, like dramatically, so you felt like you were in completely different areas. Or I would like to somehow include scenes. I don't know, maybe a TV screen behind it or something. I don't know. I'm fascinated by this idea of potentially having like window boxes that have like almost holographic sort of scenes going on outside, and then you can change them every so often. I don't know. In real life, you could really do some interesting things now that you couldn't do back in the 60s when they were building these things regularly, but you could definitely do some interesting things now, like having actual UV sun simulating lighting that follows the natural patterns of sunrise and sunset, and there are different like techniques for things like what am I trying to say, imagery on the walls to make it seem like you're not in an underground bunker. You know what I'm trying to say? Not really holographic, but optical illusion type things where you could almost feel like you're in an actual, I don't know, maybe surrounded by a forest or a city skyscape or something. I don't know. My brain is trying here, but it's not fully functioning. I think you get the general idea of what I'm trying to say. Ooh, one other thing. The windows are at different levels. I realize this. For most of the build, the windows are slightly raised up. I did the medium height walls because one, the designated outside area needed the taller walls to make it really feel like you weren't outside. But also, I chose a very small lot, so it's a small house. And so I thought adding height would also add visual space and make it not as claustrophobia inducing. You might want to flip that bathtub around, by the way. I'm not sure they can use it that way. If they can't, you can just flip it the other way. But, anyways, I did the taller walls and everything because I wanted there to be more visual height. Not visual height. Why did I say visual height? I meant it adds. What am I trying to say? Space. It adds more visual space so that you feel like the area is bigger than what it is. That's what I'm trying to say. I got called away for a second because my daughter needed some help, and my brain went, what? So, anyways, yeah, this was just my first attempt at one of these. Like I said, I have so many ideas. I have so many ideas. And I might try one of those ideas on live stream, like I said. Now I'm just trying to fill the time. We have like 4 minutes. I really tried to cut this one down as much as I possibly could. 20 minutes, like from where it started out at. Oh God, I just realized I'm saying like a lot. My brain is so tired. You want to know how tired my brain is? Yesterday, I was getting my daughter some food and some water, and I had a cup and a bowl sitting next to each other on the counter, and she does not like the taste of our city water, and I can't blame her. It's not the greatest. So we buy like spring water or whatever to encourage her to drink more fluids, and I went I went to pour the water, but I didn't pour it into her cup. I poured it into her bowl instead. I'm like, wait, no, that's for food, not water. The water goes in the cup. We had a good laugh about that for a while. But last night was a little bit better. I felt more comfortable. For the last few nights, I had the bathroom light on for her so she's not stumbling around in the dark and stuff like that. And I felt comfortable enough last night to have all the lights back off, but I made sure her lamp was really close by her bed so that she could just reach up and turn it on if she needed to get up and stuff. But so last night was the first night in 4 or 5 nights that I really got some sleep, because I also felt like she was comfortable enough to sleep, and so that made me comfortable enough to sleep, and I didn't have to worry about her. So anyways, back to the build. This is like a, what do you call it, like a city utility building, like an old-fashioned city utility building. I built this in Henford on Bagley up by the waterfall, and in my mind it's like the old city waterworks building, and they don't use it anymore. It's been locked up for years and years and years. Nobody knows what's in it. You can sort of see through the window that there's a ladder leading down underground and stuff. Yeah, so it's supposed to be a utility building out in the forest. You could use it even in Brindleton Bay or Strangerville. What's it called? Anyways, it's versatile. It can be used in other places. Okay, so obviously here it is again, the sort of forested lot. It's kind of, if you zoom out where I put it, I just used random trees, but it kind of blends in, right? And so it just looks like an old utility building at the top of the waterfall, excuse me, in like the forest area. I think it turned out well in this regard. And then if you actually, maybe we want the walls up, I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, yes, we get it. Move objects on. Okay, then. So here's the little space, the actual shed space, just filled with cobwebs and old barrels, and then just the one window. I mean, a utility building probably wouldn't even have that one window, but you know. And then this is like the, I don't know, entrance room area. I don't know what you'd call it. But oh, I am having problems with the buttons now there. Like the little entrance room right here is the utility room. We've got a hot water heater, electrical panel, the generator. I imagine there would be some kind of like exhaust system in here for the generator, and then the sprinkler system. And then we go into the living space, the like living room area where, oh no, the bonsai tree disappeared. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Well, that kind of stinks. There's supposed to be a bonsai tree here in the corner. I'm not sure if it's just not showing up because of how I entered here or what, but there should be a bonsai tree there in the corner. And then the dining space. If plants can grow, you would be looking out at like the farm area here with the chickens and the bees and the insects. The kitchen, again, looking out over the chickens and stuff. Hopefully plants will grow down here. I'm not sure they will, but you could put a fruit tree right there. And see, it does give it more dimension not having the window boxes and instead having it open up to the outside space instead. Because it actually looks like, you know, it could be outside out there. Anyways, kids' bathroom, very fun. And then the kids' bedroom, also very fun and colorful. Again, I tried to use blue and green as the main colors for calming, soothing vibes, but I also tried to include lots of other colors and cityscapes and landscapes just to give that illusion that you're not trapped underground. And then the parents' bathroom here. And if we go out this patio door, we've got a game table, swings, an art table for the kids, some more planting things for fruit trees. Then we have the pool area. Oh, we've got a little marble spot there. Pool area, lounge chairs for the parents. And then over here is the farm side with the bees and the insects to create fuel for the generator, and the bees and the chickens. The chickens for eggs for protein. And then the bees also to help with the crops. You could also do from Eco Living, you could skip the chickens. I kind of think you would need the insects to create fuel for the generator. I don't think you could get away with not having that if you wanted to do off the grid, simple living sort of stuff. I think you would have to have the chickens as well. I'm not sure. I haven't tested any of that out yet. But anyways, the idea is you need the protein. You could replace the chickens with the meat wool from Eco Lifestyle. That could work too, but the bugs you can't replace. You have to have those for the fuel, I'm pretty sure. Oh my goodness, I'm rambling so bad right now, but I'm trying to hurry. And yeah, so this was my first attempt at building a fallout home shelter underground. And I think it turned out really cool. I kind of love it. And I'm going to do more of these in the future. So if you enjoyed this video, if you're enjoying my channel, if you want to see more of these Fallout build ideas that I have, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.